look like crap. Anyway, I guess that's what being locked up in those hospitals do to you. Actually, I do look like hell, but anyway. You know, I'm not sure exactly how it's done, how they pump this stuff. I mean, obviously there's some timing to it. I mean, they're not gonna pump it into the air generally when I'm not there. Generally, that's what happens. Um, it seems to be timed. It's weird. It's almost like signals are being sent out to these devices that would spray chemicals, disease, medications in the air of where the person is. So I can't really say exactly what it is, but that's what I keep getting in my head. A system that's, maybe connected to an old, cable or phone system. I don't know, and you just, would call a number, and it would somehow release. And I could tell that it was timed. I mean, I know this for a fact. I mean, it's fine, not in the house, but whoops, once in the house, things change. And, I wouldn't time it to go back in, at a certain time, but it would be obvious. I'd go out for a while, they wouldn't pump it into the air, I'd go back in, it'd be fine for a while, and then it would start again. It seems like it's timed. It seems like, somehow they're controlling these devices. And I don't know. I also thought, well, maybe they pump it through the pipes from the sewers or something. I don't know. I can't really tell. But I know one thing. Whatever they're pumping into the air, it's disgusting and lethal and it's horrible drugs. The things they do. I mean, you would never think that human beings could be like that. Could be so cold as to treat a human being like worse than a dog. Seriously. I mean, where's your compassion? If somebody's gonna tell you they're not feeling well, you're just not gonna care, are you? You're not gonna care at all. It's supposed to be their jobs, but they don't. And I mean, I'm thinking, well, they've tried to keep me in hospitals, and maybe this is the new thing. Fake the deaths of a bunch of people. I mean, this year has been absurd. How many people just die unexpectedly and quite quickly and strangely, and there was a lot of mystery around it, or just odd things happening. And then, no, I'm thinking this is somehow a government or rich people scam, more probably government from what I see. They probably do this, well, one, out of revenge to certain people, probably, they do it. But they also do it because they try to get some kind of profit from it. They're probably getting their pension checks or their social aid checks anyway. And what they do is they keep them trapped and they keep them away from communication. I mean, in other words, they isolate them. These people might even have a phone beside them, but they would call and call and call their family and their loved ones, and they could never reach them. For some reason, they would just ring, ring, ring. There wouldn't even be an answering machine. And you'd think, well, what's going on? But that's the thing. I mean, they're cutting them off from their family and friends, and then their family and friends think that they're dead, but they're not. They're being tortured somewhere. The government hiding them away. And I wouldn't say it's the whole government. I have trouble believing the whole government could it, but it could be. Who knows? I mean, one thing is for sure is that they do these things. They do. They pump stuff into people's rooms and into the air, and they intentionally murder people like this and kidnap people like this. And I'm thinking, well, is this a joke? It's like, is this how the Harper government, balances the economy? Makes a bunch of victims, and then you know ones they can, they keep prisoners hostage to get their money. I wouldn't be surprised. There's obviously something going on. I mean, there's no doubt. There's something off. And as many things as I can do, I could do a lot of things, but I mean, one thing with me is that if I don't feel good about something, generally, it's not good. That's usually the way I work. I don't feel good about this at all. The way I saw these judges and these lawyers basically passing people off and not even listening to them. It's like, well, aren't you going to at least deliberate? Because they don't really deliberate. They don't seem to care what the people say. It's almost like, well, are they part of the scam too? Hmm? Did they try to legally lock people away and make it look like their families don't want to be with them or know them? But the truth is, their families want to be with them. It's just their families don't know they're still alive. Well, that's probably what they're doing. To some. I wouldn't be surprised. So, these people are trapped, and they're prisoners, and they're being poisoned. I just never thought, people could be so evil. But I've seen it too many times. Judges, lawyers, does nothing, cops. They just are like soldiers to a crooked government, a crooked dictatorship. Now, I can't say, well, it's Harper, it's this politician, it's this or it's that. I can't say those things. I can say very easily, and I'm sure a lot of people can say very easily, that something crooked and stinky and not normal is going on. Now, we need a change. Now we need to make the right change. How do we do that? Well, we are sure that the next people that take the power will, at least do something, even ahead of time and after the fact, to figure what's going on with this stuff. But I mean, even then, if they're all crooked, how do you know? It's hard. I know this government, something's off. I can't believe how bad they are.